Hey, this is Martin from bigboyplants.com and welcome back to our YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about the Fatsia Japonica or glossy leaf paper plant. I like a lot the Fatsia's leaf shape. It has this kind of special print that makes it stand out without the need of being big. So in this video, we're going to learn everything you need to know about the Fatsia. So to take care of a Fatsia Japonica indoors, just follow these recommendations. First, you should grow it under partial or full shade. Limited sunlight exposure to a maximum of 2 hours per day. Second, a mix of slightly acidic soil that has good drainage properties is vital to keep it healthy. Third, only water your Fatsia when you notice that the soil is dry. Please avoid overwatering. Last but not least, you can apply a mild liquid fertilizer to feed your plant throughout all the year except during winter. If you want to learn more, let's go into the details. Alright, now let's talk about watering. The Fatsia Japonica, it stands out to its drought tolerance. This type of plant will forgive you if you forgot to water it for 1 or 2 days. On the flip side, regular watering will encourage healthy growth and it will promote the full development of its foliage and glossy leaves. As mentioned before, always check the soil dryness before watering. They like it moist but not soggy. After verifying, you can proceed to pour a couple of cups of waters evenly through all the soil top layer. Repeat this routine throughout the week. It is important to check your plant every day to detect and make any changes needed on its watering cycle. You should also consider that Fatsias are native from tropical areas. That is why they show a strong preference for high humidity levels, above 60%. So be mindful of this condition, especially during winter when indoor air can become very dry. You can increase its humidity by following one of these recommendations. You can place your Fatsia next to a humidifier and make sure there's a space enough so the foliage doesn't get wet. Or you can mist your Fatsia leaves with water at least 2 times per day instead of round. Or you can put it on top of a humidity tray with pebbles or perlite. Like other tropical plants, the Fatsia will thrive with relatively low bright light or sunlight exposure. You can keep it healthy under deep shade or partial shade, whatever works best for you. Nevertheless, if you grow your Fatsia under indirect light exposure, this won't harm it. Make sure your Fatsia doesn't get direct sunlight more than 2 hours per day, as too much sun exposure can burn its leaves or make them turn brown and ruin its glossy appearance. Most Fatsia owners keep this plant in living rooms, kitchens, or bedrooms when we're talking about indoor environments. Fatsias need both cool and warm temperatures. You should keep your Fatsia in temperatures between 55 and 75 Fahrenheit during its growing season. However, keep in mind that this plant requires cooler temperatures during the winter, so it can grow through its dormancy period successfully and even grow healthier. In regards to fertilization, you can apply a half-diluted mild liquid fertilizer maybe every 2 weeks during spring and summer months. That should do the work. Another topic around Fatsias is their propagation. There are 2 methods you can use to propagate your Fatsia, which are stem tip cuttings and seed. You can do the stem tip cutting propagation during spring and perform a cutting of about 4 inches and plant it in a sterile potting mix or place it in moist perlite. If you choose the soil, keep it moist until the roots form. You can improve your odds by increasing humidity around the cutting. To achieve this, check out what we just mentioned about humidity a couple of minutes ago. If you're going to do seed propagation, this method is less common as flowering is very rare in Fatsia. However, if you're lucky, you can harvest the Fatsia's blackberries and remove the pulp from its seeds. Allow a couple of days so they get dry. Then you can place them in soil and do not bury them as they require light to germinate. Water the soil twice per day and just make sure to avoid sogginess. Be patient as the germination can take up to 40 days. To pruning. Fatsia's pruning is implemented by many owners to keep the plant small with a desired shape and control its growth or bulling. It is recommended to perform this task during the end of spring to minimize any harm to your plant. There's no need to say that don't prune it during winter or while there is frost. Fatsias need to enter the dormancy period, so they won't be able to recover if you prune it during winter. To prune a Fatsia Japonica, you can keep in mind the following tips. You can plan your cuts according to the desired shape you want to give it. Also, look for yellow or brown leaves that could be draining its energy. Keep in mind to use a sharp knife or gardening shears. And don't forget to sanitize your tools before making any cut. You want to play it safe and minimize the risk of infection. Some owners also recommend fertilizing your Fatsia after you're done with pruning. This with the aim of boosting the healing process. You can hard prune your Fatsia. You can prune it up to about 1/3 of the plant's stems and focus on removing the oldest stems near the ground. Now let's talk a bit about repotting. If growing in a container, it is recommended to keep your Fatsia in a pot that is about 23 inches wide and tall. Once you notice that the plant becomes root bound, you should consider repotting. You can detect the root bound by either digging in between the pot wall and the soil, looking for roots that have circled up. If you keep your Fatsia in a plastic pot, this will be obvious as the container will start losing its original shape due to the pressure of the root's expansion. To repot your Fatsia, you can follow these steps. Fill up 1/3 of the new pot with well-drained soil. Then grab your Fatsia by its root body mass and take it out of its old container. Then you can place it on the new container and use some soil to keep it firm on its new ground. Then you can pour some water to moisten the soil. Clearly, the new pot should have drainage holes to keep the root system healthy and avoid root rot. So that's it for today's video. I hope you liked it and I hope it will be useful so you can take care of your Fatsia and grow it healthy and successful. For more videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are releasing videos every week, so make sure to check them out and give us a like if you like this video. We have also added some extra details on how to take care of your Fatsia, so make sure to check the descriptions below. I hope to see you again soon, and until next time, happy planting.